When I started Goblin Chunk over 2 years ago, I had no idea of what a chunk picker was, how to use it. I wasn't in the clan first. I just kind of airballed it, just tried my best, and it's been 2 years now, and I want to rectify things. I want to do it the right way. So this is Supreme Gobbo. Supreme Gobbo is my Supreme Chunk account, starting with two chunks, both the ones that Goblin Chunk started with. And we're going to take this account as far as we can take it, hopefully one day obtaining a max cape. First thing we need to talk about is the exceptions. First thing I allowed myself was a spade and access to Cam Dazal. Now the reason I decided to do access to Cam Dazal is because I wanted it to be different enough from Goblin Chunk so that it wasn't just watching the first episodes of Goblin Chunk over again. So we have access to Cam Dazal, and with that a whole bunch of collection logs and new content for us to do that we didn't do on Goblin Chunk. So it is its own series and will have its own direction. After that, the next biggest thing I wanted to allow a saw. The spade I allowed because on the event that we do roll the chunk of Taverley, I would like to be able to plant trees. Now the saw was for the bagged plant grind. Now my biggest gripe with the bagged plant grind is the amount of law runes you need to jump to and from your house. Of course, we are also modifying the chunk picker for quality of life things. For example, a Supreme usually has to get every single item from every single monster, but for example, in my chunks, I have multiple different named NPCs that all share the same drop table as a man. So if something is on one drop table, like let's say coins or an emerald ring, and another monster drops it later on down the line, I don't have to get that item a second time. This is to avoid chunk clutter and just kind of whatever tasks that are just, inflating the chunk picker. So I did that just as a quality of life thing. This account will be doing Puro Puro. Puro Puro will be mandatory, and I hate that I'm saying that because I actually despise Puro Puro with a passion. But Puro Puro will be mandatory, and we have allowed ourselves quests to get into Kamdazal as well as the Varrock Museum so that we can get a head start on the Impling grind and on some Slayer. With all that being said, I really hope that you enjoy this Supreme journey, and I hope that you follow me along for the possible 3-year-long first chunk. Okay, a few different things, right? We have 144 chunks, but we'll get into that. The first thing I want to let you guys know is that this is a hardcore Iron Man, and this is a hardcore Iron Man I attempt to keep alive. I have had probably 12 hardcore Iron Men in my lifetime, and they've all died to some bullshit. I remember I had a combat only hardcore Iron Man, and he died because my power cut off at Ogress Warriors. Very sad. So I'm gonna backlog this entire line of the wilderness, and we're just not gonna ever look at it again. There is no wilderness for us. Sorry. The Edgeville dungeon is fine, but we're not rolling into the wilderness. We'll never get a Void Waker. Now we have 144 big tasks, but just to kind of give you an idea, the tasks are really just, I can boil them down to get the fishing pet, get the mining pet, get 99 smithing, get the beaver pet, get Rocky. Essentially, those are going to be what is going to be the entire grind, because we do have to make rune, but besides making rune and 94 fletching, everything else will probably be completed way before we have the pet. For example, on Goblin Chunk, we got all the way past 99 to get our mining pet. I suspect that we'll be mining far past 99 on this account as well, because Baronite and Baronite Ore don't give a lot of EXP, but we'll be doing that all the way to 99. And Puro Puro is going to be, even though mostly a negative thing, and I hate it, it's going to be where we get most of our resources, and it's going to be the thing that makes this account more bearable, because the real big stepper in this chunk is the fact that we have to get 90 magic to teleport someone else to Camelot. I don't get why we have to do that, but we do, and I'm not trying to change the chunk picker. All right, let's get started. Here is the first combat level. We are flinching a goblin. Like I said, we are allowing access to Camdazal, but even though we're allowing access to Camdazal, I want the bulk of my training to come from this account. Well, not from this account. I want it to come from this chunk. So we are flinching a goblin, and we're going to flinch a goblin up until I feel like we're strong enough to not die while doing some quests. And then we are going to take out some minuscule, not super important quests like Romeo and Juliet, the Valamor quest, Beneath Cursed Sands, things like that. I'm kidding, not Beneath Cursed Sands. I'm just being silly. I'm just being a silly guy. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing that. One thing that I did do that I kind of regret is I did Witch's Potion, which gave me some magic EXP, and I regret that because, you know, I know somebody's gonna be like, well, you shouldn't have done that, blah blah blah. But you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really change a whole bunch. So I will be flinching and training up here. Now, although I typed that I will be lamping thieving, that I don't know why I said that. That's just like not. That's just not it. I'm not going to be lamping thieving. I'm going to be lamping probably hunter the entire time, more than likely. I'm not going to worry about any grind that isn't the hunter grind, because that is the one that's going to be the most taxing on my mental. Would you look at the predicament I have found myself in? Perchance. Does this man hit it too? I don't know. Do I lose the status right here? Never. I'm the GOAT, buddy. I'm the GOAT. I'm just going to show you that real quick. When you see all my actions, peep this APM. Boom. That is 12 years of League of Legends. Who the fuck? You know, honestly, I probably should have let myself have a forestry kit. What shall I get? 5 gold doubloons. Don't mind if I do. If you're wondering why I'm not clicking off any chunk task, I ain't doing that right now. It's a bunch of clutter. I ain't gonna do that right now. We'll just go do it later. We'll click it off later. That right there, baby, is the red cape. My first meaningful chunk task achieved. I'll wear it, and it's the first defensive stats we have on the account. How fantastic. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do like a whole bunch of like make a bunch of buttons for the chunk equip thing, because I have the plugin, but it's just not working. I was kind of banking on it working, so I didn't have to do that. But anyway, that is a chunk task completed. We did it. We have a cape now. This is super annoying, but at least I'm being authentic. Then when I go and I do all my quests and I come back, I'm not gonna be roided out with stats that people are gonna be like, well, you have 20 attack, you shouldn't have. Nope, it's done. I got it myself. Gee willikers, it's not a rune scimitar, but it'll do. I got my first weapon, guys. I got a little poker. I'm gonna use it to stab goblins in the bitch face. It does not appear to be enough. I'm still getting my shit washed. I can handle approximately 1.5 goblins with my new poker, but unfortunately I'm just not super accurate, so it's back to flinching we go. I have been visited by a cat, whom is the most important cat in the world, because he will allow me to get fishing EXP to start fishing in Camdazal unless I get sent here. I am now the proud owner of a Bronzilian axe I have been given by the goblins. I gotta say, it took me a really long time to get the bronze axe on Goblin Junk, and I kind of just shouted out. I remember being like base 20s by the time I got my first good drop from the goblins. So I wonder if the guys out here just have a better drop table. But anyway, I'm chopping my first trees. Ooh-wee. I have completed Romeo and Juliet. And as you can see, I have completed 3 quests in the thingy mababa, and I have a couple of quest points. I've got my shovel and my saw, and then my backup saw that I get later. I get a backup saw just in case I ever decide I want to drop this and pretend like I didn't want to do construction. Can't do that. There's 2 saws, so you knew that you meant it. Then I went to the Verikian Museum, and I spoke to this guy, and he made me look at stuff that he put up and then tell me about it. I got all the ores for Doric's quest, and then I completed it. That may seem like doo-doo caca cheating to you guys, but literally Camdazal has all these ores, so it's really not that It's really not that crazy. I might as well just knock it out because it really didn't matter at the end of the day. Then I ratted on this boy and they killed his ass. I ratted on him, they killed him. Wait, did they kill him? No, they didn't kill him. Okay, I thought he was dead. Yep, that's Varlamore done. Boom. Okay, so just to keep you guys in the loop, this is me completing the quest that gives me access to Kamdazal. And the quest that I completed was X marks the spot, Witch's Potion, Romeo and Juliet, Pirate's Treasure, Ernest the Chicken, Doric's Quest, Cook's Assistant, and Below Ice Mountain, which is this one right here. So just a heads up, I probably shouldn't have done X marks the spot because I didn't think it mattered at the time, but I forgot that they implemented those like little clue things. I don't know how much that matters in the long run. I don't think it really does because you could still juggle for an hour, so it's really not that big a deal. But I have that now, so if you don't like that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Last but not least, we complete this stupid little quest. If we can kill this guy, I don't even know if we can kill this guy. He's pretty tough guy. I'll give it to him. I was told that you could mine these pillars, but he's beating the shit out of me, so I don't think I'm gonna do that actually. As you can see by my inventory, I dropped all my shit and started chopping logs because I was stress chopping logs, trying to figure out how I was gonna beat the golem. But I just flinch him, guys. I just flinch him. And just like that, 1 HP golem. Come over here, buddy. Boom. Okay, never mind. We'll give him like another like 30 seconds. Hopefully he doesn't regen super fast. 1 HP golem. Boom. And he dead. Boom. We did it, guys. We did it. We now have full access to our Chunkerino. Not really. We can roll. Well, not we can roll. We have Puro, but I don't have the level for Puro. So we will be lamping that. And it's kind of hard because we also have to lamp smithing. So we will be lamping Puro and smithing for the foreseeable future. Look at that guy. He's a cool dude. How's he been surviving down here? This is my Bankerino. Look at everything I got. I got a pot of flour. I got, well, not a pot of flour. I got a pot. I got an axe. I got some runes and stuff. I got a token, some stuff from a random event. I'm just gonna throw stuff on the ground. I think that I'm not supposed to have like a bucket and stuff like that, even though I do think I can get a bucket in this chunk really easily. I'm dropping on the floor, and yeah, we are a happy camper depositing our pickaxes and all the stuff that we brought in. And by the way, I just want you to know, I'm super far ahead in the future right now. I forget that I have a spade and drop like 40 clues, like completely drop 40 doable clues because I forget that I have a spade. Okay, so everything is not all dandy. As you see, we have 1 fishing, so we can't even fish yet. We have 1 smithing, so we can't process our baronite yet. We do have access to a small fishing net and a knife. That's super cool. But as far as things that we can actually do in Kamdazal, we have 2 options that we can do to completion. Well, not really to completion, but we can mine. Can't process our baronite ore, and we can kill the flawed golems because I mean, I guess technically we can kill the flawed golems. We can't really do either of those if we're being real. We do have this small fishing net spot, but that also requires 33 fishing. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So we, as of right now, situation is we can mine. We can't catch our tetras. We have to get a Bob random event to get our tetras down. So that really sucks. We've got to wait for Bob random all the way until we can get fish tetras. We can't make anything out of our ores yet. We can't do anything with the baronite ores. So realistically, the gameplay loop is going to be either mine and deposit or kill dwarves for bars and start processing the bars. And that's kind of where we have to be. In my inventory is the first ever piece of armor that we have on the account, the bronze medium helm. We look fantastic, and we've got our spear, and we are stabbing men because we're not strong enough to fight dwarves yet, so we gotta kill men first. Men are important because they drop a bunch of runes for us that we are going to need to collect lots of to get to our 90 magic, and they do have a good chance to drop a beginner clue and an easy clue, both of which we will need to be completing in order to get gear we would not normally have in this chunk. Okay, so let's be real, guys. I've done this grind before, and I'm only going to 14, but still a doozy, okay? we have to kill dwarves for their drop of bronze bars, which we can process into anything for 12.5 exp. From levels 1 to 14, which is not a lot, is only 169 bronze bars, but they don't drop them that frequently. This may sound like I am being a bit ridiculous, but I'm expecting to kill over 1,500 dwarves for the exp in order to get the ability to process our baronite. Now that is going to be from 1 to 14, 12.5 exp each, unless we get a lamp. A lamp speeds this up a bunch, and all of our lamps until we get 14 are going to be going directly into smithing until we get 14. Then we will start lamping our hunter. This not having food business is not good. We got to figure this out. I really hope that we get a Bob the Cat random. So right now, we still need a Bob the Cat random so that we can get our 7 fishing, so we can start fishing and unlock our second activity in Camp Dazal. I feel like I should have started thinking about this a little bit better before I just threw myself in here, but we are making some good progress, getting a lot more iron bars than we are getting bronze bars though. And here is some of the mining that we get to do. Like I said, we are pretty much gate kept from actually experiencing our chunk until we get a Bob the Cat random event, specifically the fishing one, which will give us 7 fishing exactly, and until we get the 14 mining, smithing, not mining, 14 mining for the processing the baronite. Until then, we're basically, I don't know, we're just doing some basic skilling and whatnot. Gonna have to mine until our HP is back up, and then once our HP is back up, we go and fight some dwarves. I decided to go over and kill some of our goblin friends. As you see, we got the goblin book and a couple of other things that we'll have to tap off on a later occasion. But I wanted to show you guys that you can use, and I guess I didn't record the actual thing, but it turns out that you can use that. Yeah, I don't have a body rune, but you can use the monster inspect spell without the level. If you have the runes, you just need the 2 deaths, 2 bodies, 2 mind runes, and you can cast monster inspect. So let's see if I actually recorded me doing it. I kid you not, it took 35 whole minutes to get these runes that I'm about to get. Wait, did I even get them? Am I tripping? Holy moly, wait, I didn't get them. There we go, the mind runes. I'll also show you this one thing, right? So you can actually cast this spell without the level, right? So check this out. Level 4 magic. And by the way, look at the stats: 1922, 1911 prayer. We love to see it. Very, very poggers. I think that's the only time I show it. 42 monster inspect cast. Ready? Monster inspect. I don't know why I'm explaining this. So there we go. Class. Boom. 42, 30 EXP. We just gained them a level off of that. You can cast Monster Inspect without the level. We're not going to use that because this is definitely bug abuse, but that's crazy. Okay, baby girl, we saved up our first 750 Essence Areno, and we are going to do our first ever vault grab, or whatever you call it. We're going to loot the vault for the first time, and I'm pretty excited. We just got to fuel it. I brought all the stuff, like all the ore. Well, no, the baronite essence, I brought it to the door, and then I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. So now we're back over here. He's teaching us how to do it. I'm super excited, guys. So there's actually a bunch of rare armor that I can get from this, which I will show you guys in another video. But since this is the first video, I'm not trying to go too hard, just kind of introduce the series. So it costs 750 essence each time. And honestly, it takes a very long time to get 750 essence for this account because we only have a bronze pickaxe right now. But for sure, this is going to be some of the best loot that we can get in the entire chunk, and accessing this vault makes so many of our grinds actually feasible. All right, let's send it, baby. Don't ask again. Let's go. Literally anything, like I said in the chat right there, anything is an upgrade. Like, I'll take an iron mace, it doesn't matter. We're just looking for literally anything. We don't care about all the boxes, we care about some boxes. Now the loot from this I'm going to go in on a different video, but since this is the start of the account and we haven't unlocked everything yet, and we're not doing like a big chunk of it, we're just going to get our grubby mitts on or a couple of boxes this one time, and then we will just, you know, talk about it another day. I don't know why I'm retreating so fast. Obviously now I have a lot of experience doing the vault, so it's not like super scary. I know 24 seconds is a lot of time, but before, oh my god, this is heart-wrenching, like heart-wrenching. I was so worried. So we do manage to make it out of here with 3 boxes, baby. 3 boxes, 10 seconds to spare. I definitely could have left here with 5 now that I've done this more, but 3 boxes, and let's see what we get. Oh my god, do I milk it? Do I milk it? Let's see if I milk it. I did milk it, so let's get into it. Boom. Like, okay, so that's good stuff, but like not what we need. It's already a little bit heartbreaking, and boom, baby, a black kite shield. Can you believe that? That's hella defense for no reason. That's so good, dude. Look at that. Our first piece, well, not our first, but our second piece of armor is looking super good. A black kite shield. That's actually pretty good and pretty rare. Not from the box that we got it. I mean, it is a pretty rare drop from the box that we got it, but having black equipment is super cool. Now our armor looks like a bronze medium helm and a battle axe and a kite shield. Boom. This is us right now. End of episode 1. Can you believe it? Alright guys, ignore what I'm about to type, but thank you guys so much for watching the video. This is the end of episode 1. Now, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm much further ahead than this. So I have put a bunch of time into the account. I'm not completed any major goals yet, but I have been playing very, very religiously alongside Goblin Chunk. Goblin Chunk is not going anywhere, guys, so don't worry. I've decided to downgrade him to a normal Chunk account so we can make more videos on Goblin Chunk, while this account goes through all of the sinning and paying for Goblin Chunk sins. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and by we I mean me. Have a good day, and I hope you guys enjoy whatever videos you watch after this. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you can.